Hello and welcome to this episode of Demystified as we explore home cooking in a modern world. Hello, I'm Linda and I'm here with my friend Paul. Hey Paul.
Hello, Linda.
It's Friday from the kitchen. How's your kitchen going?
Well, it's really, for me, it's Friday from the outdoor kitchen.
Are you still outside?
Yeah.
Bad time of the year, buddy, to be outside. Although this hasn't been a bad week.
Well, we've got to do what we've got to do,
It's
haven't we?
been sunny and cold. At least it's not rainy and cold.
Yeah. So, yeah, not much from a steam perspective this week. Certainly because, it's my work, so I've got to do what I've got to do.
And it's also hard because of this extra lockdown that we're in. I must say it's kind of, I don't have any incentive to even go shopping to get something to cook. No. And Dougie just goes up for bare essentials when he goes up, and he's, it hasn't really been a time in our kitchen, or even though our steam oven's still not workable, we're still waiting on, I know. One of the things, I know we've mentioned this before, but one of the things you've got to look at are the availability of spare parts and the time it takes to get the thing serviced.
Yeah, I've got to say, from, given that I have a little bit of inside knowledge from a manufacturer's perspective, because people are using their appliances a lot more things are happening to them.
Sure. But
I know, but I mean, who
yeah, I know.
Seriously, who knew?
No one knew.
And given there's various
no one knew
incentives for
but this is
renovations and all that sort of stuff, people are buying appliances in a big fashion.
Absolutely.
So with that comes, and because of not only what we're experiencing now, but there has been delays globally, and because a lot of components will come from different parts of the world, everyone's playing catch up.
Oh, sure.
So, and that includes service and
Absolutely.
getting spare parts and all
Absolutely.
the rest of it. So it's a bit of an extreme time to. I'm not defending anyone, but it's a pretty extreme case at the moment to be.
We're not getting cranky. We're not making phone calls. We're not sending emails. Except, can I just remind you, my buddy, that first time this happened, we weren't in a pandemic, and it took just as long.
Yes, no, I know.
And it takes just as long every time we have to contact the good people, where it comes from, to get spare parts. And then they send you the wrong things.
Yeah.
Like they send all those extra trays.
And so that's...
And I'm like, we didn't want trays. So it has been an interesting...
excuse.
No, but we are just... I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Be patient, be kind. So we are, but I still can't use my steam oven, and I don't think the pandemic's making this company any different. But next time, I will be looking at, the question I will be asking is, forget how many features and how gorgeous it is, where is your service group based? Are they internal? Do you stock your own parts? Or is it all externally handled? In which case, it makes a little bit of a difference to me now.
Mm.
Not that the guy that's servicing it's not good. He is. Except that it's just the time it takes.
Did you ask that when you bought your car?
No, because I know that my car's not shipped off. When I drive my car in the door, I can sit there and wait for it to be serviced. Bit different.
No, but if your car needs a specific part that you might not know about. So something happens to your car, it breaks down. Okay, so a la your steam oven, something happened, it broke down.
Hmm.
Yes. So did you ask when you purchased your car if parts are local, if it was made local? So
no. The difference
why is there an expectation that it's different? Because I can guarantee you, although your car is essentially Holden, which is known as Australian, your car is not.
No,
by
but
any stretch of the
if I
imagination.
needed another car, I can make the decision to say, that is fine, no problem, it's going to take this time. If I need a car, I can go out and hire one at a cost, but if it's needed to me, I can hire it. Not so easy to go and hire a replacement oven for 1 week,
Maybe
2
there's a
weeks,
business in that
3
for
weeks.
We can hire out ovens to people while they're waiting for their ovens to be fixed. Oh, there you go. Let's do a rental system.
Let's test it first. Let's do some market testing, because maybe there is a market for one, which is at the Cooking with Steam original kitchen. But if there's a market out there, I'm sure we might find it. But let's test it first. Like any good idea, we should market test it.
System, kitchen appliance rental system.
Just for a while. I do miss it.
For your major appliances.
I do miss it.
So your induction cooktop breaks down, it's got to get shipped off to get fixed.
That would be a tough one, wouldn't it? Jimmying it out, getting one in? No? Okay.
Unless it's flush mounted, but no, generally not.
Okay, well, we'll have to stress test this idea, I think, before we go any further. Before we say to Joel, hey, we need a new budget. Guess what? The budget's gone up a bit because we're thinking of buying 28 varieties of combi steam oven.
Well, we would know. We could just have one variety.
Have one.
Couldn't we?
But we better check.
We could make our own. Here we go. Let's get into manufacturing.
We better check where the spare parts come from. In case ours breaks down.
Let's build our own. We'll get into manufacturing.
Oh, that's a good idea.
No, it's not. It's
build our own. It's just a box with an element, isn't it?
Yes.
That's all an oven is, anyway.
But yeah, so from the kitchen, not much other than outdoor kitchen for me this week. Pretty much exclusively this week, actually. I haven't even got around to editing a video I've got sitting there, but I'll do that over the weekend. So there'll be a video up next week. And with any luck, because I'm slowly losing my sanity at home, I'll probably try and get back into the kitchen next week.
Oh.
But getting ingredients is...
Can we do a food order? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't particularly... Yeah.
Even then, I'm a bit wary about getting stuff brought in. I know I'm a bit nervous about things at the moment because...
Well, it's getting worse, that's the problem. So
yes,
we're kind of hopeful that it would start to be at least tapering a little bit, but no. So we'll see. So for all our people
apparently no. The good news was from the Premier today that the infection rate is back from 1.75 to 1. So for every one person now getting it, there's one person getting infected, whereas before it was nearly two. So that's a good thing.
I understand that. It's the 25% of people who are meant to be at home because they tested positive.
Who are they?
They need to stay.
Who are they?
Well,
name names.
Name names. I don't know. They're making it difficult.
I think we should have a name names Facebook site.
Especially given the rest of our country in particular is running around doing what they want.
But we're all in it together.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Yeah, no, we're not. And we're getting a shellacking from the northern states as well in the press. Just wait until they want our tourist dollars. Oh,
yeah.
I know. It's scary. But our kitchen's a little bit limited because I am just trying to cook on the stovetop and just do things. So it'll be a quiet weekend, again, cooking-wise.
I'm going to do some inside-out cooking.
Oh. And then you mean outside in the garden cooking, not inside out as in...
No, I'm going to do some steaming first and then finishing on a grill outside.
Okay. Well, that's an idea you have discussed before, briefly. Yeah. That's a good idea.
So we'll start putting that into practice.
One of us can.
Yeah.
Sob. Anyway. I know. Tough
You're
enough.
always angling for product in this podcast.
And it never comes. I know.
Oh, and we've got to, if you do have questions, now's a good time because we've got time to answer them.
That's
true.
That's
sort of dropped off a little bit lately, so maybe everyone's just...
I have been calling Joel,
a little bit of normalcy.
Checking in with him, and book 2, we have made some progress on book 2.
Okay.
So,
it's the first time hearing about it.
Yes, well, this is where we're sharing.
Yeah.
Since we're not seeing you...
look, it's been a week.
I've missed you.
Yeah.
No, actually, I haven't.
No.
No, but book 2 is it's a slow process because we're changing the way we're doing it. So that's all good. Joel's been ferreting away on that, working hard. And we're also looking at some other ways of distributing information, Joel and I, which has been really interesting through mobile magazines or some other form of way of getting information across in a more readable, usable, interesting way. So that has been good, I must admit. Nice distraction from the day-to-day stuff. But otherwise, slow cooking in the kitchen. I hope other people aren't feeling, even people I know in WA are saying that even though they can go out...
WA is Western Australia.
Western Australia. And they've got a Premier whose last name is the same as mine, but we are not related. And they're feeling like they can't go out. They don't want to go out because they're nervous that it's still not out of the country yet.
Well, it's not.
No. So,
yeah.
So that's, I think we might be picking,
We've got a bit of a bad run at the minute.
We've got to get those people and make them stay home. Don't go out for coffees.
Yeah,
don't take the dog for a walk.
It boils down to the people who have got it that aren't staying at home. That's really where the problem lies. Like, I don't think Australia's policy has been to wipe it out totally. It's been to have a sustainable problem, if
that's what they've been aiming for.
Yeah. And speaking of sustainability,
We did. We posted it on Wednesday.
So if no one's listened to that, maybe it might be
it has been listened to.
Yeah, but there might be some people that haven't.
Oh, no, but it
certainly because that was an interesting can of worms.
I think we're going to have to come back and explore it, and I think we might... Something that we can bring...
I think we actually need to write stuff down for that rather than
Well, a heads up would be nice, buddy. You know, like, rather than saying, as I'm
what are you bringing to the table here?
Not
Seriously.
much. But what has changed over the years, Paul?
Yeah, but
not much.
Give me a topic. You give me nothing.
I give you topics and you laugh and say, no, we're talking sustainability. And I
you give me topics that we've already done.
No, we haven't. You said, I don't know, I can't repeat what you said last time. But sustainability, I think it's an area that we could maybe explore gradually over, the next few months with people who might know more than we do.
Well, there'll be plenty of them.
I'm guaranteed there will be, but who might make it a bit more sort of targeted to food sustainability.
The question is it's getting to them at the moment because it's difficult. And it's always better in person.
Well, yes. Well, the person that I spoke about the other day lives around the corner from me. So theoretically, when we can go back to small visits, it is possible for him and I to connect again.
All right, well, you do that.
I will organise that.
I'll have a podcast off.
What?
Yeah.
You have to be there too to ask the sensible questions.
Doubtful.
Well,
but anyway, so just not much to report, really, unfortunately.
Really...
Sorry, people. Anyway.
I hope everyone at home's feeling better and cooking.
Shoot through your questions, cooking questions, info@cookingwithsteam.com, and we've got time.
Paul's got time. And, please keep in touch and let us know if you like any specific recipe at the moment, particularly if it involves indoor outdoor or inside out, as you call it.
Yeah, well, we could explore that a little bit. Let me test it first before we open up the world to answering questions about it.
You know it's going to be great. You know.
Yeah,
You've got this idea, you know what it's going to look like before you even finish it and stuff.
No, I actually don't. It's all made up on the spot, much like the recipes that I cook.
Much like the rest of what you've been doing. Well, anyway, good luck, Paul.
Have a good weekend.
And have a great weekend and happy cooking, everybody. Bye.
See you later.
Thanks for listening to this podcast as we explore home cooking in a modern world. We'd love you to subscribe, and for more information, please go to our website, cookingwithsteam.com.